Hey YouTube, what is going on? It is Jax here back with another video, and today we hit 10k. Okay, not today, I'm recording this a few days after, but yesterday we hit 10,000 subscribers on the channel, and honestly, I don't even know. I've been prepared for it because, I've been watching the sub count going up, but then it hit, I was like, dude, no way. Man, thank you guys all so much for the support. It's insane how far the channel has come in the past year. We went from nothing to 3,000 because of CWA alone, and now we're up at 10,000 subscribers. And we got a bright future ahead with the channel. I'm going to be focusing on content more during school, trying to do 4 uploads a week. We'll see how that works out. But I have a lot of exciting upgrades. We've got an Elgato here, as you can finally see. I just need to find one more cord for it. And I've got the order. By the time this video drops, the order for my new laptop will be placed. So I'm really excited. There's a lot of things coming up on the channel. And today, as part of the 10k special, there's going to be like 2-3 videos. There's going to be this video, a guide video on Pekka Bridge Spam, and it's going to have all the different questions and a lot of pro tips. It's going to be a good video. It's not just going to be a random guide. I'm going to try and work hard on it when I can. It might take a while to drop though, just because of how much editing it will take, and then I'll try and do a past Royale live stream. So make sure to stay in touch. Follow all my socials down below in the description. Keep an eye on the community tab if you know where to find it. If you not, you just go to my channel and then you see community and click that, and that's where it'll be. You can have a lot of updates, including subs versus Jax. Basically everything is going to be going on those, so I'm really excited for that. And yeah, let's go ahead and start getting into the questions. I'll be playing some replays from my most recent push, currently top 1,200 in the world. I don't know. Not incredibly high, but we're still going pretty strong this season, so we'll see how it finishes. So I wanted to start off with my questions. I posted this in my Discord and on my Twitter and on the community tab. So I'm just going to go through all of them and answer all the good questions. Some people trolled a little bit, but all the good ones I'm going to try and answer. This is going to be a longer video, and I'm not going to edit it, hopefully. So you're just gonna have to deal with that. It would kill my computer. This thing is falling apart, and I want to upload it soon just because I don't want it to be too long after we hit 10k. So let's go ahead and get straight into it. So first question is from Pika Noob in my Discord server. This is Trainer Cheddar. He's a really great guy. I'll probably link his Twitter if I remember, because he's a cool dude. So he says, how do you think your CR career will go in the future, and mainly with CRL and ladder? So I made a tweet about this yesterday. But I'm not trying to become better at Clash Royale anymore. I'm not trying to go for new finishes. I'm not trying to improve. It was just burning me out, honestly. I just really enjoy making content now. It's really fun, and I think as long as I'm still playing for fun, I still enjoy this game, just not as much as I had been playing it in the past. I'm still think I'll be able to keep 99% of my level by just playing a little bit. As you can see, I'm still cruising top 1,200 in the world. This was not a difficult push, so I'll still be able to provide the good content, hopefully, and commentate the good plays, hopefully. Keyword having good plays there, but my plan is not to improve, it's just to play. And CRL, you guys have been seeing, I've not played any CRL recently, or I've not played any CRL at all. I just don't think it's a good fit for me as a player, because you need to be versatile, and I'm not. So that's kind of the plan, just going to have fun with the game and make content. Ideas for real life if you quit Clash Royale sometime in the future. I honestly don't know what I want to do. I'm kind of hoping that I can make something out of this. Maybe not a whole career, but definitely would be great to have something where this could help with on the side. Maybe even be the career though, if it does. But I like space. I'm really into space and astronomy, so math and science have always been pretty strong subjects for me. So we'll try and see. That's kind of where I'm aiming for. So next question is from Niet. Neut. I don't know if I mispronounced that or said a cuss word in Russian or something. I'm sorry. But he said, generally speaking, do you think cycle decks are skillful now, especially that Tesla's so busted? Cycle decks, I always have hated them. I have a big bias against them. I think they are pretty skillful, though. There's definitely a learning curve to them. I don't know if they're the most skillful at the top, but they're definitely more skillful than Golem Clone or something. So I say they're pretty skillful. What made me so interested in Bridge Spam decks? So Pekka Bridge Spam was the first deck that I played that was meta, and basically I watched Clash with Ash's video when Octay, who I can't remember who played on that account, it wasn't Octay though, he pushed to number 1 with a day left with Pekka, and I was like, dude, that deck looks so fun, and I have half the cards in my old deck, which used to be Mega Knight, Pekka, Arrow Zap, Prince, Magic Archer, Ram Rider, and Ewiz. I have made a few videos on the deck and went on CBA with it. But yeah, I switched from that to Pekka Bridge Spam and just had a lot of fun with it. I stuck with it even when I wasn't doing well, and I eventually just started playing and improving at it, and I just find it so much fun. So next one is from Gentleman from my Discord server. He's an admin there. Really great guy. He's been helping out a lot. He says, what is your favorite artist or band ever, and why is it creator? So ever, I'm not honestly that sure, man. I listen to a lot of music, and I just enjoy it. I'm not one of the people that's always like, oh yeah, that's my favorite. I'm just like, dude, I like this song a lot. But lately I've been listening to a lot of Jack Harlow, and I love his music a lot. Especially like songs like Warsaw. That's one of my favorites. It's like great vibe. But I'll keep moving on. So Hoy asks, what other deck archetypes do you want to learn, if any? I don't really want to learn any others, man. Honestly, I don't enjoy many other decks other than Bridge Spam. I just find them so much fun, and they're my favorite thing for... They're just my favorite decks to play. However, if I had to choose, I probably want to be good at like Splash Yard or Expo, because they're so consistent. Probably Expo in that case, because those players just absolutely Shrek everybody with Expo. So next question is from Gary the Snail. He's got a few good ones in the Discord, so you'll be seeing a little bit of him. But he says, have you ever gotten bored of Clash Royale due to lack of content? Yes, kind of. I've been bored lately with less balance changes, honestly, especially since the metas have been pretty bad for P.E.K.K.A. and stuff. But no, Clash Royale has always been pretty fun for me. I've never been a person that needs constant content to entertain themselves. I've been pretty good about that, especially like not just in Clash, but also in real life too. So I have been a little bored recently, but not too badly. So Rainman from my server, his name is PK, he's asked a few questions. He says, next best archetype you love other than Bridge Spam? Probably E-Golem. I'm a dirty E-Golem player, man. I love E-Golem Rage, though. It's fun. Favorite Bridge Spam variation? P.E.K.K.A. Bridge Spam, man. That deck is just timeless. I love that deck a lot. I have a lot of good memories with it. It's helped me improve at the game so much. P.E.K.K.A. Bridge Spam for sure. My most hated deck, 2.6. Screw 2.6. If I ever regretted spending money on buying something, no, because all of the money I've spent out of my own pocket was Pass Royales. I bought every Pass Royale, and I don't regret that. I maxed my account right now, and I've made all of it back from YouTube. I don't regret that at all. And the other money I spent earlier was from gift cards. Like, I had a birthday party when I was like turning 13 or 14 when I first started playing the game, and I got like $150 worth of gift cards. So I've never been a big spender in Clash. I've been careful with my money. Pass Royale is just really good value and stuff. But yeah, that is where I've been with money. He asked, when did I start playing CR? I started playing CR according to Royale API. Both of my accounts were made about the same time. I don't remember why I made them about the same time, but both Mini Jacks and this account were both made around the same time, and I think it was in like March of 2017. I've only been playing for 4.5 years instead of 5.5. And last but not least, your opinion on the future of CR after the update. Well, I hope this is a good in-game content update. I think CR is doing well. Maybe not as great in comp. CRL does have quite a few problems that I've gone over in State of the Game videos, but like I think CR is in a pretty good place, and it's a really good game, so I think it's going to have a bright future ahead of it, and hopefully they can like start implementing monthly balance changes, something like that again. So let me see. I'm reading through the questions a little bit. So one of my Jax is greater than Jex. This is a long game. I'm not even going to say it. He knows who he is. So what is the most unwinnable game? And your opponents could be any. I hated like Recruits, Hogs, or that kind of deck, or 2.6 versus P.E.K.K.A. Those are my unwinnables. Is P.E.K.K.A. log bait matchup 50-50 with Ghost, Magic Archer against Inferno Tower? Yes. If they have Tesla, it's 70-30 for log bait. Gary the Snail asks, what is your opinion on people who play using emulators? I personally, I know don't condone this. It's against TOS. It's not good. But emulators, I don't see a problem with them. However, Supercell does, so it's their authority to ban them, so I'm not going to go against it. It's not a big deal to ban them. It's just not worth fighting over the emulators. And then, let me see. I got to go and spend... How much money have I spent on CR? I think with all the Pass Royales and before, I spent about $300, maybe $400 over 4.5 years, so not a whole big problem worth of not an insane amount of money, but yeah, I've spent, it is insane amount of money for a mobile game, but like it's not, I haven't spent like 4,000 to max my account or something like that. So Gary the Snail asks, how old am I? I am 16. I'm going to be a junior in high school. Why do I Mr. Guy Heart One Tricks asks why do I pretend my hair has dyed? I don't know. I like red hair though. Gary Snell again asks, how did CWA find or reach out to you? So I tried to get on his channel when I beat Morton and Igor in the same day while I was like early season warrioring. So I was like really excited, and then nothing ever came of it. He seemed to be a little interested, but again, you don't really like bring somebody like me on when you have Carpi, especially back over a year ago when I still only had like one top 1000 finish with Pekka Bridge Spam. So eventually my friend Qasim reached out and asked if I could do a grand challenge with Pekka, Mini Pekka for Bandit, or Ghost, I mean. No, it was for Bandit, Mini Pekka for Bandit. And CWA was like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. And I was like, sure, sounds good. And we made a video off of that. And that was the start of it. I then had an open DM with him and reached out. And then okay, I'm not even going to read that question. My bad. I'm not even going to read that question. All right, so now we're going over to Twitter. We're going to be asking, I have a pretty 3,000 followers or so on Twitter. So it's got to refresh. We're going to refresh real quick. Let's go Twitter. Come on. All right, I'm going to go ahead and answer a YouTube question. So Kadim A. Salim asks, in your opinion, why do you think pros don't explain how to play some decks in detail? It's impossible. Dude, the amount of combinations and different situations and everything, I could tell you in like a 3-hour video on Pekka Bridge Spam, I would cover like 0.1% of everything that happens. It's impossible. There's so many permutations of the way this game is played. It's just, you can't explain how to play a deck in detail. Every situation is different and everything requires different card timing. It's just impossible. Like, I don't do this just because I'm trying to withhold the information, and neither does anybody else. It's just impossible. This game, it takes a lot to be good at this game. Many people don't realize, like, you still have to put in a lot of time to play the game. Tips only help so much, but that is why we don't always explain. It's just impossible. It's simply not possible to explain the entire deck. So now going back onto Twitter since it's loaded, what careers am I? Dyron P asks, who's an admin in my server as well. He's a cool guy. Make sure to go and follow him if you see him. I think I can't be linking everybody's Twitters, but yeah, Dyron's a really good dude. So he asks, what careers am I going for? I think I already answered that. And what would happen to your channel if Clash Royale reaches its lowest point? Well, I might move on to a different game. Probably gonna at least make some content on the new Supercell games. So that's gonna be a plan there. If Clash Royale reaches its lowest point, I might end up stop playing it, but I might stop playing it if I don't enjoy the game anymore. If reaching that lowest point means I'm not having fun, then yeah, I'll probably stop playing it and move on. So Federico, he asked when I started Bridge Spam decks and why. I answered that one. Accidentally clicked. Let's go back. Which cards do you want to see buffed in Pekka BS? Battle Ram is the only one, really. It's a horrible win condition at the moment. It's just countered by everything. Battle Ram definitely the only one I would like to see or buffed. Everything else is balanced or even very good in the deck. It's just bad in the meta. When was the first time you saw that Bridge Spam is your go-to archetype? When I started improving with Pekka. So I hit top 10k ladder about 6 months after I started playing Pekka, just trying to play consistently, and that was when I was like, yeah, I think Bridge Spam is my go-to. I'm having a lot of fun. So what's my ultimate realistic end goal for CR before I quit eventually? Honestly, in the actual game, I think I've accomplished everything I really want to, maybe other than getting 8k. We'll try and get 8k in the next couple months, but I'm not going to try. If 8k ends up only ever being like top 200, then I'm probably not going to get it, and that's fine by me. I'm happy with what I've accomplished. And I just want to focus on content. So maybe like 100,000 subscribers here on YouTube is my goal for Clash before I quit. So have I ever played any games other than CR and considered doing content on them? I've played some games. I play Minecraft with my friends a lot when I'm at their house. I don't have any way to play it here, but I like Minecraft. I don't know how many of you have ever heard of Geometry Dash, but I love that game. That game was so much fun. I used to play it all the time. I've been playing it since 4th grade. It's really, really, really fun, and there's no luck to it, really, so that's a plus. Geometry Dash definitely, though, always been a very, very fun game for me, and I would consider making some content on it, maybe do some streams or something. If you could have the versatility and skill level of any CRL pro, who would it be and why? And if you could be a pro in any PC game, what would it be and why? Honestly, if I could be a pro in any PC game, probably Valorant. That game is doing well right now, and it looks super fun to me. Kind of seems like my type of game. And versatility of any pro, definitely Muhammad Light, because he's really good with bridge spam. You gotta be good with bridge spam if I'm gonna take your place as a CRL pro with your versatility. He is. He likes Pekka Ramride. He played it a lot in CRL, and that dude is just crazy. He's so good at basically everything. If I could just have the skill of any player be Wero, I would love to be a completely out of my mind bridge spam player. That seems like so much fun. But yeah, honestly, can't always be Wero, but Muhammad Light would definitely be my choice. What's my goal in the game in YT? Well, I've hit all my goals in the game, like I said. YouTube, I kind of do want to make a career out of YouTube if I can. It'd be a lot of fun. Definitely, like, I've been enjoying not having to work because of YouTube. Like, I didn't have to get a job this summer because of YouTube, which was phenomenal. I'm really happy about that. I might have to get a job in the future. We'll have to see, but having a lot of fun with YouTube, and I kind of just want to see if I could make it. If not, then I mean, I'll have a backup plan. I get good grades in school, so that's kind of the thing. So SK555, good friend of mine. What do you think about Clash Royale's long-term growth? I think it's pretty good. I still see it being pretty popular in 5 years. Maybe not as popular as Clash of Clans unless they really start pushing out some great updates in the next 5 years, but I still see it being pretty popular. Where do I see myself in 5 years? Probably in college. I'm a junior this year, so 5 years from now would be a senior in college, honestly. I do see myself in college. I don't know, man. It's kind of difficult to say since I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do. And if there was anything, what's one thing you would change about your Clash Royale journey? I probably would have spent more time in my older clans, like my first clan, Hounds of Hades. I don't think they even remember me anymore, and I changed my name, and so they probably don't even remember me anymore. But those were some really great guys, and then other clans like Panda Scheme and Lost Orbit. That was such a great community, but most of those players have quit now. I really miss them a lot. It was super fun. We'd stay up on calls all night. Definitely one of my favorite gaming experiences were those clans, so I wish I would have spent more time with them in school year, because I kind of just sacked them. But yeah, that's kind of what I wish I would have changed. One of my best memories thanks to Clash Royale. So one of my best memories is I was on call with my friend Aragon, who's an incredible Expo player, for like 7 hours one night, and we were just playing for top 1K. Late night voice calls with all of the homies. We got one of my friends his first top 10 GT on call. Or we didn't get it, but we like on call for it, and that was just a really fun call. I got to catch up with a lot of people. Definitely, my favorite memories are coming from the people. I really enjoyed who I've met on the CR community, and yeah, I mean, in game, of course, you have to have some favorite memories. Definitely, getting top 50 in the global tournament recently has been a favorite of mine. That was a really nice memory. I like being able to BM people with the GT emote. That's fun. But yeah, those are my favorite memories. Shinjix, sorry, I've been bad at reading names, but yes, what is my motivation back then when you began? I don't know. I've always been a person that like does stuff to the max. Like if I play a game, then I'm always gonna try and be the best at the game out of my friend group. And I haven't been the best at CR, and I haven't been the best at almost anything I've tried, but I've been very good at most of the things that I do put effort into, which is pretty nice. And I usually see practice, like I don't think of practice as practice when I first start something that I really want to get good at. It just happens. I just start doing it. But definitely I did want to get better at CR. I kind of wanted to make it to the top, and then I did. That's what I was just like having fun with it, and I made it to the top. So that was very fun. And yeah, I think that was my motivation. Hobbies apart from CR and football, I like fidgeting. So there's pen spinning, which is basically like you do tricks with a pen in your hand. I'm kind of bad at it, but I really enjoy it. And like solving Rubik's Cubes too. I just started that one. That's a hobby of mine though. I like to play basketball as well. I have a hoop in my house, so I'll go out and play for some exercise. Those are some of my other hobbies. Loki asks, would I forever stop playing bridge spam, maybe focus on some cycle or beatdown archetype for 10k? Not forever stop bridge spam, honestly. If I could still play bridge spam a little bit, but I had to start focusing more on other things, that's an easy sell. But no, I like bridge spam way too much, man. When did I realize I had some form of talent in terms of Clash? When I went from level 12 to 13. My PB is level 12, and the old trophy update, not the old one, but like the middle one that we just went out of a couple months ago, was 6,400. And then when I hit level 13, I got 7K that season, Ultimate Champion, and I got a top 3,000 finish. I had no ranked finishes. I went directly to top 3,000 with level 13 tower. So that was something that I thought was like, oh shoot, maybe I can actually continue to play there. Do I regret maining bridge spam and wish to use another deck? No. Thoughts about casting in the future? Maybe. I kind of have a really weird schedule, though. My schedule usually never permits a couple hours of free time at a time. I get a couple hours of free time, but usually never all at once, so I don't know. We'll have to see. Why haven't I played a redhead-based deck yet? That's a good question. Video ideas soon. What's the best bridge spam deck right now? Probably the deck that I'm sharing a replay of, Drill Bridge Spam. Peck is still pretty good, too, if you're consistent. What got you in the competitive scene of CR? Yes, I wasn't once a casual. I did used to play Mega Knight P.E.K.K.A. So people probably would hate me because Mega Knight and P.E.K.K.A. in the same deck. They're like, oh my goodness. But that was a fun combo for me. I really liked it. And I started watching CR YouTube, and I got a Twitch account. And I followed Cashman. Cashman was the first person I ever followed. I loved his content there. I watched him push in season on the last day. And just had so much fun. And I joined Discord. And that was what started pulling me away from just being a casual. What is the necessary to be a good player? The work ethic. Practice, 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 practice. Watching YouTube videos like helps, but you have to put in the work. People ask me if I have tips on P.E.K.K.A. Like, I do, but they're not going to help you very much, honestly. You need to be putting in like the work. That's how you're going to get better. All the situations, tips will help in a few. If I ever thought about taking Clash Royale content to the next level, yes, make it a real job. Yes, I do. I have. I kind of want to do it, like I've said a couple times now. That would kind of be like my dream job, honestly, if I could make Clash Royale, not Clash Royale in general, just content creation, or maybe in the esports sector, a job of mine. That would be amazing. Let me see. Favorite Pokemon, Killian SMG. He's a great friend of mine. I answered this on Twitter too, but I'll answer here. I like Dialga. That's a really cool Pokemon. I've always enjoyed Poke and Dialga and like the Arceus movie. That was super fun to me. And yeah, that's going to do it for all the Twitter questions. So next we're going to go to YouTube. Last little bit. This has already been a pretty long video, but I wanted to get through all the questions. So Namly asked, can you tell me what you did to improve your skills? So I already answered this a little bit, but I think it's important to focus on this question too. Clash Royale is a game where if you want to get good at it, become a pro, it has a lot of time required. So I had screen time going into Clash Royale on my phone, and I still do, but it's manageable now. I had like an hour to play a day. I could only play for an hour. So what I would do was I would play just P.E.K.K.A. on ladder for that hour. And it never got boring to me because my goal was to improve. So my motivation and entertainment came from improving and playing the game. And it was just consistent gameplay every single day. Every single day for that 45 minutes to an hour, I would play, and I would play ladder, and I would get things done. And that was how I improved. And I watched YouTube videos when I could. Improving is difficult, but it's not a Herculean task. You just have to get yourself to be consistent. Consistency is key. Consistency is how you're going to become better. That's the biggest tip I have. You have to be consistent with your practice. Usually playing one deck on ladder. That's going to help you get good at first. And then if you want to versatilize, once you have like a top 1,000 or maybe a top 200, then you can go for it. But until then, I think one-tricking is for sure the way. So Jerry24 asks, what do I think about maxing P.E.K.K.A. as a first deck? It's pretty good. It's very consistent. So, I mean, if you max it out and you like, if you like max it out, it's going to be consistent for you. You're not going to have problems with it. I mean, you're going to have problems with the meta, but like it's going to be consistent. It's worth maxing out. It's been around for 2 years, almost 3 now. So I would say definitely you can max it if you want. It is pretty free to play friendly, but if you go for it, it shouldn't let you down as long as you're practicing. So let me see, find the next question. Is there any P.E.K.K.A. decks that can counter Balloon easily? Anaban's deck, which has Ice Wizard, Baby Dragon, Dado Freeze, counters Balloon well, and then you have the P.E.K.K.A. and Lumberloon yourself to counter push. Let me keep scrolling. Do I think Drill Bridge Spam will stay viable with only 2 Death Goblins and nerfed Mother Witch? I don't think so. This deck will probably not be versatile, but due to the change, there's going to be a huge overhaul in Bridge Spam decks. So you guys will definitely have something, and I'll be covering it for you when that happens. And so yeah, what is currently the best P.E.K.K.A. deck in white? I think it's P.E.K.K.A. Ram Rider Mother Witch, just because it's very consistent. It's more consistent with P.E.K.K.A. than P.E.K.K.A. Bridge Spam. It has less bad matchups, but it will be getting nerfed pretty heavily soon. So I think that's the best P.E.K.K.A deck right now, but P.E.K.K.A Bridge Spam will always be a top P.E.K.K.A deck. What deck was I playing before P.E.K.K.A Bridge Spam? P.E.K.K.A Mega Knight. I already went over that one. Let me see. Keep scrolling. Keep scrolling. What's better, P.E.K.K.A the Bridge first play or Drill Behind the King Tower first play? P.E.K.K.A the Bridge first play. I actually like to win, and I can win even if I do P.E.K.K.A the Bridge first play. It's kind of funny. So, what are your thoughts on Royal Hog's Bridge Spam decks and Wallbreaker Bridge Spam decks in the current meta? I actually don't know of many Royal Hog or Wallbreaker Bridge Spam decks, but they're going to be fun, definitely. You're going to have fun with them. However, you might not have a whole lot of success since both win conditions don't really work in Bridge Spam at the moment or are bad on their own. After watching the balance changes, what do you think the meta is going to be? So I saw the leaked balance changes. I think most of you guys have as well. They were leaked. So yeah, sorry, I had to swallow right there. So I don't know, the meta is going to change a lot. I think Poison will be the prevalent spell, and Mother Witch will probably be a lot worse because she can die to Arrow's Log, I think, and Earthquake Log. So yeah, that's going to be a fun thing. I'm excited. It's going to shake up the meta for sure. This is going to be a fun new meta. Does Supercell purposely tilt us? No, ladder is not rigged and Supercell does not purposely tilt you, and I'm a firm believer in that because I was linked to a Reddit post where somebody analyzed 800,000 games in one day and found no ladder correlation, and this was on like a couple thousand trophies of ladder. I don't think ladder is rigged. It's just the human negativity bias, which helps keep us alive, that we evolved to keep since it helped keep us alive. That helps us think that ladder is rigged. Let me see. What brings you in Clash Royale? How did I start the game? So my friends in 6th grade, I'm going to be in 11th grade. In 6th grade, my friends were like, yo, Jackson, you have to play this game. I was like, no, I don't want to play that game. It looks garbage. I was like, I hated the game. I did not want to play it at all. And then they were like, you have to play. They kept bugging me. Get to Arena 6, get to Builder's Workshop, and then tell me that you don't like the game. I was like, fine, I will get to Arena 6, and I got to Arena 6, and I was like, this game is so much fun, I'm hooked, and I'm going to keep playing, and we've been going ever since. So, when will I live stream? I'm trying to live stream, but like I said, the same reason it's hard to cast makes it difficult to, stream. So, when am I going to get the creator code? So creator code is going to come at 50,000 subscribers, and then the creator program has a few like intangible requirements, which is like just being like, I don't know, like they just need, you have to get 50K is the main goal here. 50K is definitely the main goal, and then a few other things that I think I'll have. You just basically need to be like doing well in the creator program and on YouTube and being like a good person. So yeah, that's basically what we're going to be doing. Real Hey asks, how did I get out of mid ladder? Basically just that consistent practice. So when P.E.K.K.A was under leveled, I was working to level it up, but I was also practicing at the same time. So when everything was finished, like when I was level 13 with the max deck, I was ready to go. I'd been practicing so much and was ready to get out of mid ladder just because of how long I've been practicing. So if you guys practice while maxing out the deck, then yeah, you can definitely make it out of mid ladder yourselves. How long do you see yourself doing YouTube for? Says O'Brien CP. I do see myself doing it for quite a while. Maybe not super consistently with school, but I do see myself doing it. Akshet Saivestava asks, do my parents support me? By the way, big fan. Thank you, Akshet. I appreciate it. My parents, like, they aren't the hugest fans of me doing this. However, they're not against me doing this. I don't have to, like, I don't know. Sometimes I have to fight them, like, to try and get new equipment. I have to fight them, and to try and get more time to play the game, I had to fight them. But, like, they're pretty supportive of it. I definitely could have had a less supportive family of it, for sure. They're definitely not the worst, though. And they're not going to stop me from doing it unless my grades become bad. So the last question is, do we think Besdene is hot? I don't know how many of you seen his face reveal, but yes, I think he is hot. No homo. So that's going to do it for the Q&A video. Went through all of them on all of the platforms. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. It's definitely a lot of fun for me. Nice 30 minutes of answering the questions. So yeah, hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I will see you in the next video, and yeah, see you then. Peace.